Although protocols have been established, and I also wish to stand on the existing protocol, but I cannot but recognize distinguished professors that are here seated, as well as eminent panelists that are here. I also greet high chiefs, kings, and elders that are here seated. To deliver a lecture on the imperative of regionalism in Nigeria's 64 years checkered history. The ongoing debate in the country about restructuring cannot be understood without delving into the underpinnings of regionalism, especially on how best to organize the nation's political and economic systems to promote equitable development and national unity and sustainable governance. For the sake of this audience, and without prejudice to those individuals amongst us today who witnessed the regional politics that occurred in Nigeria from the establishment of the Richard Constitution of 1946 until May 1967, when it was truncated. It is important that I describe what regional politics entails. Regionalism or regional politics refers to the political dynamics, processes, and interactions that occur within a specific geographical region. While it is different from national politics, regional politics tends to shape national identity and interests. It manages regional resources and challenges, and most importantly, fosters cooperation and competition among regions in terms of developmental goals. Within the context of regionalism in Nigerian politics, it refers to a political system where the country was divided into regions based on ethnic, geographical, and cultural identities. As such, Nigeria was divided into 4 major regions. Then we had the Northern region, we had Western region, we had Midwestern region, and we had Eastern region. The political situation existed until mid-1967, when General Yakubu Gowon dissolved all regional government and divided the country into 12 states. To deepen our understanding and refresh our memories on the period of regionalism in Nigerian politics, let me go a bit historical. We may recall that during British colonial rule, Nigeria was administratively divided into 3 main regions: Northern, Western, and Eastern. This division was not merely geographical, but also carried significant political and economic implications. The British colonial government introduced the indirect rule policy, where they indirectly ruled through local traditional leaders, which reinforced regional identities and administrative boundaries. Each region developed distinct political and economic structures, creating a foundation for the regionalism that will persist after independence. The North, predominantly Muslim and agrarian, had different social and economic dynamics compared to the more urbanized and Christian-animist South, which included Western and Eastern regions. After Nigeria gained independence in 1960, the regional structure remained intact, and the political landscape was dominated by regional parties. The First Republic, 1963 to 1966, was marked by the dominance of the Northern People's Congress, NPC, in the Northern region, the Action Group in the Western region, and the National Council of Nigerian Citizens, NCNC, in the Eastern region. This regional dominance of political parties led to significant power struggles and competition for control of the central government, contributing to political instability and eventually the military coup of 1966. The civil war that occurred in 1967, between 1967 and 1970, further highlighted the deep-seated regional and ethnic divisions, with the Eastern region attempting to secede as the Republic of Biafra. Before the Nigerian Civil War, there was a significant internal conflict within the Action Group political party. Why I'm mentioning the Action Group in this case is because it is peculiar to us here in Yoruba land. The crisis within the Action Group in the 1960s was a critical episode that shaped the trajectory of Nigeria's political landscape. The rivalry between Chief Obafemi Awolowo and Samuel Ladoke Akitola was the fulcrum of the crisis. Awolowo, the party's founder, had a vision of transforming the Action Group from a regional powerhouse into a national force. This national ambition clashed with Akintola's pragmatic approach, who argued for a focus on consolidating power within the Western region before embarking on national aspirations. The ideological rift within Action Group was pronounced. Awolowo's progressive policies, which included pioneering free education and health services, were aimed at rapid socio-economic development. Akintola, on the other hand, favored more conservative and region-specific policies, believing that the Western region's stability and prosperity should be the priority. The 1959 federal elections were a turning point. The Action Congress' relatively poor performance exacerbated internal tensions, accusations and counter-accusations of blame for the electoral outcome led to deepening divisions within the party. This power struggle culminated in a full-blown crisis in the Western Region's parliament. On May 25, 1962, the Regional Assembly session descended into chaos with violent clashes among legislators. This incident, known as Operation White Tear, in reference to the violent practice of dousing opponents with petrol and setting them ablaze, underscored the depth of the crisis. In response to the escalating violence, the federal government declared a state of emergency in the Western region. Dr. Moses Majekodumi was appointed as administrator to restore order. This intervention further polarized the political landscape and marked a significant turning point in the regional and national politics. The aftermath saw Awolowo and several other top Action Group leaders charged with treasonous felony, accused of plotting to overthrow the federal government in 1963, and Awolowo and his associates were convicted and imprisoned. The internal crisis and subsequent legal battles led to the decline of Action Group as a formidable political entity. With its leadership incapacitated, the party struggled to maintain its influence in the Western region and beyond. The political instability and violence in the Western region contribute to the conditions that precipitated Nigeria's first military coup on January 15, 1966. The coup marked the beginning of military dominance in Nigeria's politics, which lasted for several decades. Despite the challenges of internal crises that characterized political parties during the era of regionalism in Nigeria, it cannot be gainsaid that regionalism in Nigerian politics is still a significant concept that underscores the importance of regional representation and autonomy within the broader framework of national government. Nigeria, with its diverse ethnic, cultural, and economic landscape, can still leverage regionalism to promote inclusiveness, economic development, and political stability. In fact, there are multifaceted benefits of regionalism in Nigerian politics, highlighting how it can contribute to the nation's overall growth and unity. Number one, among the benefits is representation and inclusiveness, which is one of the primary benefits of regionalism in ensuring that various ethnic and cultural groups within Nigeria have representation in the political process. Number two, we talk about economic development. Regionalism can spur economic development by allowing different regions to focus on their strength and develop policies tailored to their unique economic needs and opportunities. Nigeria's regions vary significantly in terms of natural resources, industrial capabilities, and economic activities. For example, the Niger Delta region is rich in oil resources, while the northern region has vast agricultural potential. By adopting a regional approach, each area can harness its comparative advantages, leading to more efficient resource utilization and sustainable economic growth. Number 3, conflict reduction. By recognizing and accommodating the distinct identities and interests of different regions, regionalism can reduce ethnic and regional conflict. Nigeria has a history of ethnic tensions and conflict, often fueled by competition for resources and political dominance. Regionalism allows for more localized governance, which can address specific grievances and prevent the marginalization of any group. Number 5, cultural preservation. Regionalism supports the preservation and promotion of Nigeria's diverse cultures. Each region can protect and develop its cultural heritage, languages, and tradition, contributing to a richer national identity. Number 6, political stability. Decentralizing power can lead to greater political stability. When regions have a degree of autonomy, they can manage their affairs more effectively, reducing the likelihood of central government overreach and potential authoritarianism. Another one is improved governance. Regional governments can be more responsive and accountable to their local population. We also have policy innovation, balanced development, empowerment of local leaders, resource management. To talk on resource management, it's important to mention that regions can manage their resources more efficiently, leading to a better allocation and utilization. This can particularly be important in a country like Nigeria, where resource distribution has often been a contentious issue. Regional control over resources can ensure that the benefits of resource exploitation are more directly felt by the local population. This can lead to more sustainable and equitable resource management practices. Let me conclude by saying that regionalism in Nigerian politics reflects the country's rich diversity, but also poses significant challenges. While regional identities and interests are an integral part of Nigeria's political landscape, they necessitate careful management to ensure that national unity and equitable development are ensured. Balancing regional interests with national goals remains a critical task for national leaders, requiring a delicate and inclusive approach to governance. In other words, while regionalism in Nigerian politics must be managed carefully to avoid deepening divisions, it offers a pathway to more inclusive, responsive, and effective governance. By promoting representation, economic development, conflict reduction, cultural preservation, political stability, improved governance, policy innovation, balanced development, empowerment of local leaders, and efficient resource management, regionalism can contribute significantly to Nigeria's growth and unity. Embracing regionalism can help Nigeria harness its diversity as a strength, fostering a more harmonious and prosperous nation. Thank you for listening.
That was a good one from Professor Fisi. You don't see why he is director of what's that center? Interventionist Center. Special intervention. He has specially intervened. In just 14 minutes, he has told us the whole